What is going on? BlissfulBash, MTG. This is going to be my high-powered competitive Aesi Tyrant of Gyre Strait Landfall Commander deck. Before we get into what all lies before us, which is probably the most ridiculously put together deck as far as money-wise goes, definitely do not recommend spending as much money as I did on this deck. You will see soon enough. But before we get into what's inside of here, I just would like to point out, guys, down below in the description box, there's a few things going on right now. First off, we have a huge giveaway going on for when we hit 2,000 members in the Facebook group, 5,000 YouTube subscribers, which you can hit that subscribe button right now, like this video, leave a comment, helps out the channel, and also 250 members in the Discord. We're going to be giving away 3 different collector boxes: an Extalon collector box, a Lord of the Rings Holiday collector box, and a Ravnica Remastered collector box, split between 6 different people within the Facebook group, live, giving away, each getting 2 packs each from all of those collector boxes, and we will be doing a video opening for those. So be sure to check out the description box for all of those socials, the Facebook, the Discord, and obviously here right now you're watching on YouTube. And then also be sure to check down below too for SIHobby.com. They have a ton of cheap products, sealed product, all kinds of different TCGs on there, singles, all kinds of stuff for actually very cheap, very close to, if not better, TCG low. And if you use code BASHFAM, BASHFAM, at checkout, you save an additional 10%. You help your wallet, you help mine, and you help out a bunch of great guys. We also have a Patreon link down below as well. And it is one of the best patrons out there for your wallet. We do giveaways every single month for our patrons, pack openings every single month for our patrons, exclusive Patreon pre-order deals, and then we have discounted pricing on box breaks, box battles, pull box deals, and stuff like that over on the Facebook group. So we have Aesi. This is a proxied Aesi Tyrant of Gyre Strait. I do have the original right over here next to me, but I wanted to get something cool for this special deck you're about to witness here. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Whenever land enters the battlefield under my control, I may draw a card. I could use Tatiova, costs 1 less. You gain a life and draw a card whenever land enters the battlefield. But I do like the fact that I can play an additional land each turn. Now, I do think I'm missing a couple of cards in this deck to truly make it CEDH, but it's definitely high-powered. I've definitely overwhelmed the board multiple times with this deck, and it is definitely fantastic. Starting things off, let's go ahead and set this right over there. Let's get into this section of the deck. We have Oko, Thief of Crowns. I like to throw a little curveball jank in these decks every now and again. Oko, Thief of Crowns is one of those cards where as soon as this hits the battlefield, everyone's going to want to get rid of it, and it can really throw the game off, in my opinion. Whatever's going on, this can really stir up the table. And basically, if I want to get something to target me, this is going to be what's going to happen here. And if I'm going to play multiple things, I'm going to probably lay this down so I can get rid of any counter spells that people might want to throw out, and then play something else afterwards. This card is super fun. A lot of stuff going on with Oko. Crater Hoof is going to be one of the win cons. There's multiple in this deck. Usually when he comes out of the battlefield, it's going to be potentially game over at that point. You'll see a lot of overwhelming things in this deck. It's pretty fun. Ramming Up Excavator is just one of the few cards in here that allow me to play lands from my graveyard. I do have a Strip Mine coming for this deck to really piss some people off, so I can like blow a bunch of stuff up. Eternal Witness obviously is a very sought after card here in, green colored decks, so I had to spice it up. You'll see Eternal Witness, Box Topper. Gilded Drake, one of those funky little cards that you see a lot in competitive play. I threw this in the deck because it can really just change the momentum of whatever's happening on the table. Azusa Lost But Seeking, again, allows me to play those additional lands. Ancient Green Warden is a powerhouse. Yes, it costs a lot, but it really helps out this deck. Multiplies the triggers and all that kind of stuff. Rampaging Ballast can get overwhelming with the trigger, the landfall he's got going on, as well as there's a Scute Swarm in this deck. And we all know how Scute can be. I do have Tatiova in here just due to the fact that it will definitely help card ramp. With this deck, you can get a lot of ramp real quick. A lot of fetch lands, a lot of triggers, lots of stuff happening. Ashaya is one of those things where it's like any creature hitting the battlefield is going to make it count as a land. Tons of triggers, can stack. Blightsteel Colossus is something that can probably go, but it is one of those small little win cons where, you know, I can get this out with, oh my gosh, I'm blanking. It's the green sorcery card, 2 forest, X cost, Finale Devastation. Jesus, there we go. And I can just end the game right then and there. Avenger Zendikar, fantastic card, especially, you know, if I got a Shy out on the battlefield already and pop that. Lotus Cobra really helps card ramp, or I'm sorry, mana ramp right in the beginning of the game. Skewed Swarm, there's that landfall card. This can really overwhelm stuff with cards like Triumph of the Horde, Finale of Devastation, Craterhoof. When you have a ton of triggers and a ton of tokens out, then you can just really overwhelm the board, which I've done multiple times. Again, with the mana ramp, we're going to be able to take some extra turns by casting stuff like Capture Jingzhou. We have Explore. I like this card because you can play an additional land this turn, draw a card. There is another card just like it. It's in my sideboard. Growth Spiral. It kind of does the exact same thing. Draw a card. You may play a land from your hand into the battlefield. It's nice because I can play an additional land, right? Growth Spiral, like I'm banking on potentially if I don't even have. It costs a forest and a blue. I like this because it's a forest and a colorless, so you don't have to rely on having an extra different color out there, so you can really ramp up this way as well. So there's Explore. Triumph of the Horde, like I was talking about, can be a real game ender. Windfall is one of those cards where it can really change up the gameplay as well. If I'm not getting what I need and I see people with big hands and I don't have shit, I can really turn the tables with a card like Windfall. Again, Windfall, it might not stay because I already have another card in here that's kind of like it. Kodama's Reach, gotta love it. Green Sun Zenith, again, is one of those cards that I can just get out what I need if I can't find it soon enough. There's a couple of cards that'll do that for me. Green Sun Zenith is one of those. Temporal Manipulation again. Mana Ramp, going to be taking some extra turns. And now this is the crown jewel of this deck. Time Twister. It is real. Yes, I spent stupid money on it. It's a fun freaking card. It's the only Power 9 available that is legal in Commander. And I just had to have it. It's my first ever piece of Power 9. I've actually... never even seen a Lotus or any other Power 9 in person other than this right now. I have seen them in person, but I haven't been able to touch them. They're behind glass cases at like cons and stuff. But I actually own a piece of Power 9. Time Twister, fun little card. Really can stir the pot and make the game super fun. Again, here's another WinCon Finale of Devastation. Natural Order, just trying to get what I want out there. Sky Shroud Claim, fantastic card. Yes, it's a 4-drop, but it's going to allow me to trigger a bunch of stuff. Cultivate, yeah, it's good. I don't know. I think I might almost want to put a Growth Spiral in over Cultivate just because Cultivate costs 3, but I do like the fact that you get to, you know, search for 2 different lands. I think I'm an idiot. I don't have 3 visits yet, so if I was going to take something out of the 99 and replace it, it'd be this with 3 visits. Defense of the Heart, again, just one of those cards where it can just change the game for sure. Burgeoning, fantastic card, doesn't need explaining. It's just a ton of mana ramp. Elemental Bond, this is one of those cards where it might not make the final 99 cut, but it is in there right now for card draw. Whenever a creature with power 3 or greater enters the battlefield under my control, draw a card. With things like Rampaging Ballots, you know, it's possible I might be able to draw 4 or 5 cards a turn, depending on what my landfall is looking like. Carpet of Flowers, no explanation needed. Sylvan Library, again, just one of those cards you like to see in a competitive deck. And then we have the beautiful Confetti Foil Rhystic Study. That needs no introduction. Now we get into some of the counter spells. We do have our actual counter spell, a Monkhead Invocation, Pact of Negation, same thing there. We have a Force of Negation. We have a Swan Song, Theros Original Foil, beautiful, beautiful card. Mindbreak Trap. Right now, it might make the final 99. Don't know if I'll ever run into too many situations where there's 5 different counter spells on the stack or whatever, you know, big stacks like that. Those are rare. I know with the future sets coming out with Fallout and some of the Storm cards coming out, this is going to be why the price tick in this card has happened. Right now, this might go in the sideboard, but it is in there for right now. Fierce Guardianship, Force Will Judge promo. We have the Mana Drain Judge promo. Mental Misstep. I absolutely love this card in foil. It's just one of those special cards. It's super expensive in foil. Cyclonic Rift to really piss some people off mid-game. Mystical Tutor. And Obscuring Haze. Super, super cheap card. It's a frog essentially. But I love the card. As far as the final 99, I can probably replace it. But you know what? I don't have a Teferi's Protection, so I can get a Obscuring Haze instead. How about that? Heroic Intervention, Worldly Tutor. Let me get my creatures that I want. Force of Vigor. I love this card. It's a 4-drop. If it's not your turn, you may exile a green card from your hand rather than pay this mana cost, and it is freaking awesome. Crop Rotation. You're going to want a card like this in a landfall deck because there's some powerful lands in here that I can draw out with Crop Rotation. I don't know why that's in the... that's the last of the instants, and now we're starting the artifacts. Jeweled Lotus. Yeah, my commander costs 6, but in a perfect world, I can definitely turn 1 Aesi, especially with a card like this in my hand. I've done it before twice now. Aesi getting out in turn 1 is huge, huge. I don't think I've lost yet by getting him out turn 1. And it's a powerhouse. I've done it twice, and I've won both of those games. Where I've gotten him out turn 1. Very powerful moves to get a card that's 6 mana cost out turn 1. Again, those are some really lucky draws, but I have a ton of mana ramp cards in here, mana rocks, to allow for stuff like that to potentially happen. Chrome Mox, Mox Opal, Mana Vault, Crucible of Worlds, again, ramming up Excavator, multiple opportunities to be able to play lands from my graveyard. We have a Soul Ring Masterpiece and a Mox Diamond, followed by the Mana Crypt Masterpiece. Again, guys, like I said, stupid money into this deck. No introduction to this card as well. When I say stupid money, here's another one of those cards. It is a Foil Grim Monolith. Mint condition. One of the most prized possessions of this deck. Second in cost. It is my favorite foiling in this deck. And then right behind it, you guessed it, a Judge promo, guys. Cradle. One of the most beautiful green cards out there in MTG, in my opinion. And yeah, it is something where, especially with multiple skewed swarms and other landfalls and Avenger of Zendikar, getting all those different tokens onto the battlefield, you're going to have a card like this and you're just going to overwhelm the board and just instantly win with something like Graia's Cradle. And then we just get into some of our other lands here. Mana Confluence, Flooded Strand. Again, a lot of these fetches, you're going to be like, you don't have any of those colors. Well, every fetch that you see in here does have at least one of the colors. And it's just multiple ways to fetch and do multiple land triggers per turn. Scalding Tarn, Ancient Tomb, Mana Ramp, Verdant Catacombs, and then Urza Saga. It's a great card. For a deck like this, I'm not entirely sure yet. I don't know if I want to add some other fetch land in replace of Urza Saga. You're going to see a ton of basic lands in this too, because a lot of the stuff is going to be searching for basic lands in particular. Command Tower, Waterlogged Grove, and then just some other, like, I like these because you can return a land I control to my hand. Let's say I don't have any more lands in my hand, but I have that card. I can lay that out, take a land in my hand, and have multiple opportunities to play more than one land per turn. And I like that for that fact. Otherwise, if I didn't see that as a type of asset to the deck, I definitely would not be in there. And I've used it to my advantage before. The budget dual land for Commander, Nykthos, Shrine of Nyx, Vine Glimmer, Snarl, Field of the Dead, lovely card. Coral Atoll, again, one of the same cards. Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse, Prismatic Vista, Myriad Landscape, Tropical Island, and then the basic lands here in the back from Revised. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this, definitely smash that thumbs up on this video, please, guys. It does help out a ton. If you have any suggestions on what you would take out or add to make Aesi almost, to the point where it is absolutely CEDH turn 1, 2, or 3, Definitely leave some feedback in the comment section. I know this deck needs a little fine tuning to make it, to get it to CEDH. It's hard to get a card like Aesi CEDH due to its mana cost and, you know, just the overall landfall aspect. In my opinion, you don't see a lot of landfall in CEDH, but I'm trying to change that up. I'm trying to do something, put something together to really stir the pot. I've had a lot of fun with this deck so far, and I do these deck tech videos all the time, and I absolutely enjoy them. The next deck tech that I will be doing is my dinosaur competitive deck. Look at that, guys. One last time. Give it up for Time Twister, yeah? All right, time to be humble. Sorry about that. This was a humble flex for sure on how dumb I am with my money. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys like beautiful cardboard as much as I do. And we'll catch you on the next one, Bash Time. Stay groovy and stay safe. Again, check out those links down below.